Yes, people, welcome back to Real Ball Talk Friday. So we're feeling good. What we saying,
Yeah, man, all good, man, all good. Ready to get stuck into these predictions and that. You know, we've got a big game on the weekend. We've got London Derby, so I'm always excited about London Derby. I don't care who it is. So let's get it, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. What you saying, Rash?
Yeah, good, all good. Alhamdulillah, it's Friday, best day of the week. Had Jumma today, closed the week at work, it's ready for the weekend. But really, just get on with these predictions. Yeah, let you guys know what I think for this weekend.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. And last but not least, what you saying, Jeff?
Yeah, man, all good, all good. I've been off all week, so it's been Friday to me every day. So
Jeez, that's why you look so fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah. Jeff, I saw you at the Emirates last week, by the way.
Yeah, I was there, man.
Yeah, I was in the Norwich end. Nah, it's all good still.
Is that how you feel? Yeah, is that how you feel?
Hey, John's gone to that other side, fam. You know how funny it is? Someone said to me on Monday, cool, Arsenal won, won't see John on the show, giving them praise.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Listen. We'll talk about Arsenal because they got a tough game against Burnley tomorrow, I think, at 3. But we'll start off with a big game of the weekend, naturally. Tottenham, Chelsea. Now, Tottenham obviously started off 3 wins out of 3. And then last week, they got spanked by Palace 3-0. They played in the Europa Conference League yesterday. And I think they drew 2-2 with Rennes. Another shaky performance. And obviously Chelsea, we know what Chelsea, they're on fire in the league. They won in the Champions League against them, and Lukaku bagging again. So they're looking good right now. I can't lie. Chelsea are looking good. Jalil, man, give me your thoughts on this game. Like, is this another chance for Chelsea to make a statement, or do you think Spurs, they've beat Man City already this season. Do you think they can do something similar to Chelsea?
You know that terminology. Boys will be boys, yeah? Well, Spurs will be Spurs because we've got to look at the bigger picture, bruv. We've got to look at the bigger picture. Harry Kane, obviously, is one of the best. You've got Son, you've got a few good players, but to come against a team like Chelsea, who obviously I have favourites, I have to win the Prem, it don't look good for them. And I have to say this, I have to give them props, Spurs props somewhere. That, what's his name? Tanganga, that fella. Yeah. For me, the first 3 games, he was on point. Like, it was smashing it. Obviously, he did a mistake by, going after Saha, showing him, that, aggressive side to him. Keep that on the pitch and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, no need to be, when the ball's out, giving it all that. Do you know what I mean? So he done himself disjustice there, man. But yeah, man, Spurs, man. It's like, look, it said that Spurs will be Spurs. I'm done. I mean, it's true, bro, because it's them. It's them. Like, they probably will beat a top 6 team. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But nothing's gonna happen for them this season. You're on a good run. Like, I rate I don't want to butcher his name. Nino, the manager. Nuno, man. I was close. I normally do much worse than that. I normally got that and just go like that, stab it up and that. But I didn't put it this time, so I done all right. But yeah, man, he's a good manager, and him going to Spurs, I can't lie to you. I can't sit here and lie to you and be like I wasn't worried. I was worried, man. He's a good manager, man. I really like him and that, but you can't. It's like Mikel with Arsenal. You can't deal with these shit players, but unfortunately, you might have a few stars there and there. Your Kanes, your Sons, and that. I can go over them again, but you got players who used to rely on like Dele Alli, and a few others, man. But unfortunately, they're just not doing that at the moment. So yeah, man, going to Chelsea now, man. As I said, I had them favourites. I had them to do the business, win the title. Definitely in the top 4, not coming out of that. And Lukaku to be, the top goal scorer. So if anything, I think I'm on a good run with these kind of football predictions. I think Spurs are going to do them in. I do think Spurs will score, but I think Lukaku will be in good form. He'll bully the centre backs, get a couple goals, and yeah, they'll call it a day. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I see it going.
Yeah. I think with Spurs, I think it's a case of, obviously they got Kane and Son. I think I'm a bit disappointed they haven't played Ndombele more this season. He gave a few snippets yesterday. of what he can do. But we know what type of player he is. But yeah, just coming to you, Rash. Obviously, Jalil made a prediction about Lukaku being top scorer. And right now, we can't like sit here and say that it's not looking like a good prediction because he's looking very good right now. His finishing is looking on point. You gotta just give respect to the guy. He's had so much criticism in his career, despite someone who scored so much. And I just feel like with him, he's just got a different level of assurance now, and just his body language. So everyone's gonna look at the matchup, Kane, Lukaku, like as well as the game overall. Right now, if you were to pick one for your team, who would you pick between them two?
Lukaku all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the main reason why you think Lukaku all day for your team over Kane?
I think it's his growth,
Mm.
and I think it's like his gameplay now is so different. His movement is so different. He walks with confidence. Do you know what I mean? His aura screams confidence now, and people look at him as he is the danger man. Hearing the word world class a lot coming out of the commentators' mouths when they mention him. Not us saying this. This is the commentators and pundits saying this now. So I just think him with his power, his pace, his ability just to drive through a defense and pull it into the back of the net, and his consistency. Like he's so confident every time he's going to shoot, he's going to score. It looks like that anyway. He believes in himself. And right now, I think Kane is doing Kane. Kane does autopilot Kane. I'll get goals, I won't get goals. I'll play my same game that I've been doing. Do you know what I mean? It's working for me, so I'm not changing it kind of thing. He's a prolific goal scorer, but I think that Spurs team is not going to provide for him the amount of chances that Lukaku is going to be provided from that Chelsea. That Chelsea attacking mid, what they have is like I would love to be on the end of that because I would bang goals. Yeah, and I don't bang goals. Yeah, that's not my thing. yeah. But I mean, he's got great players behind him, great creative players behind him. So that's the main reason why I think he will do better than Kane this season, because a lot of the time Kane does the work himself if he scores. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or he might get a ball from Son if he's playing. But a lot of the time, Kane can be quiet in the game, be lost for a few games, and at the end of the season start going on a killer streak. So I just think for consistency throughout the whole periods of the season, I think it's going to be Lukaku, and I think Chelsea are going to take Spurs tomorrow. Spurs are, like Jalil said, they're being just very Spursy. They look good at times, and then straight away they show you how shit they are, and I don't ever want to like Spurs, but sometimes I like their play. I like the players that play for them. So I want to see good football, and when I see them gel together, I like what I see. But keeping out players like Ndombele, who had a good performance, I think yesterday, isn't good for them. Them can keep playing people like Dele Alli when everyone knows he's finished out here now. I think it's time for them to try and start switching things up and stop playing for the safety thing and stop going for the usual suspects. Oh, those are the usual names on the board, so that's what I'm going to put. It's time for Nuno to start being brave, because we know he can do it. He's a great manager. Let's see what he can do with Spurs, but he has to take up that, stop fearing what the people are going to say about this transition. Stop playing it safe and do what you know you do. We know you for being at Wolves for playing risky football. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you got your name. You need to do the same as Spurs, because they got a better bunch of players on the pitch there, But it's Chelsea. It's Chelsea this weekend.
I think the Lukaku one, you made great points. I think his assurance, his type of movement, he's a lot more clinical now with his finishing. And he's just going to get so many chances in this Chelsea team that, and like I said, I still believe they haven't had a penalty yet, but I do believe he will take the penalties, because he's excellent at them too. Jorginho missed another one for Italy recently. I just think, it's 25, 30 goals in all comps just seems like it's just going to happen naturally for him. He's already got 4 in 4 games. Like, he's had an amazing start. And I think with Nuno, it's interesting because the first season at Wolves, first 2 seasons, he was amazing, and then last season he went into a bit of, I think, like you said, a bit more reserved, and I think he's carried that on at Spurs, where, like you said, Dele Alli, like he's an interesting one because the more and more I watch him, the more I think, yeah, you've kind of just hit that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no, once you hit that wall, I don't care what age you are, that's your ceiling, and it's mad to say. I feel like he's almost a mid-table player now, as mad as it is, and I think Spurs are just trying to force it. Obviously, he's English, so there's that element to it. But yeah, he just needs to take more risks. But Jeff, what do you think? Obviously, on the Kane and Lukaku argument. But yeah, what do you think about this game generally?
I actually think Spurs might do something this week. I think they might nick a win. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea have had a great start. Lukaku's had a great start. I just think, judging by what Spurs did against City, and Nuno as a manager is like very defensive, I think they might just set up pretty well against Chelsea. I think Romero might start for his first game. I have a feeling he will. I think he's back fit, and after that whole like Argentina debacle as well, I think he's gonna play. So that will shore up their defense a little bit. Not that it needs too much shoring up, but it can help back there. And yeah, I just have a feeling Spurs are gonna nick one and just defend for the majority of the game and keep the lead. I don't know. Like Chelsea had a perfect start so far, but yeah, I can see a loss this weekend if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, a loss for Chelsea would obviously be very interesting for the early title race. But yeah, I just think Chelsea right now are playing with a certain flow that I'm more with Jalil and Rash. I just see them finding a way through. Spurs might change the 3 at the back because it's getting to that point where I think teams might have to start considering adapting their style when they play Chelsea, because no one's quite worked out how to really expose Chelsea in this 3 at the back since Tuchel's came in. I don't think there's been a team where you said, wow, like Chelsea's 3 at the back got exposed today. Aston Villa and Pass did it last week.
I was going to say, Villa put them under a lot of pressure. They just didn't have the quality.
Yeah, they just didn't have the finishing, which that's one of the frustrating things I think with Ollie Watkins. He's actually a good player, but his finishing is poor. Yeah, he needs too many chances to, like, if it was Danny Ings on the end of the chances, he might have bagged them, but Danny Ings doesn't have the running ability that Ollie Watkins has and the pressing. So that's a shame there for Villa. But yeah, man, I mean, what we're saying though in terms of final score predictions, what are you telling me?
I think I went down with 3-1 Chelsea. I did say that I think Spurs might get one, might be a pen, might be something like that. You know, Kane. But I think Kane will be in a scoring sheet, but I don't think it'll be enough to get them past the 90 minutes, unfortunately.
Yeah, Kane ain't scoring the Prem yet, so maybe he's due a goal. He likes London derbies. He does like London derbies, so let's see. Rash, what are you telling me? Score prediction?
I think it'll be 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I've got 2-0 as well. 2-0 Chelsea. What you got, Jeff?
Oh, 1-0 Spurs.
So you think they're going to do the same thing they did to City?
Pretty much. I think it's going to be a carbon copy.
I think the only thing different in that situation is that, you know, Chelsea they got striker. Do you know what I mean? A striker, and I can't see a Spurs defender right now that I think can handle him. But we'll see.
Yeah,
Tanganga potentially not. I won't say handle him, but he was probably their best defender. We could arguably say, innit? And now that he's off for three games straight red. No, 1 game, 2 yellows.
One game. Okay, yeah.
Big game to be out of, man. They would have needed him if they're going to do the same thing they did against City. But it's going to be a crazy one, to be fair. Yeah, no, it would have been a good matchup between the two of them. I think Tanganga seems like quite a rough, tight defender, and I'm not sure that's what you're going to be doing against Lukaku right now. I can't lie. I'm not sure that's... Lukaku's got movement now. Like, he's got a touch, flick on touch, make a move, run past. Like
He was-
Lukaku's a different player now.
Well,
He was
you
just
got
spin off
you got to have a yard and a half off of Lukaku, make him take that first touch that's still a bit rusty, and then nick the ball. That's what you got
Not
to do.
this year.
You can't be
Don't-
stuck. You can't be stuck to him, make him go back to you, and then spin on you and turn. That's it. He's gone.
It's done. It's done. You know
Or
what I'm saying?
you could double team him, pause. Or you can double team him because we haven't really seen that.
Yeah, no, we ain't seen that. Massive.
Oh, you learning now? Yeah.
That's why I was laughing. The last show, I was like, I said something mad, and all I hear is just go pause. I was like, oh, shit. You got me.
Hey. Well, yeah, but all right. People smash the likes. What we got next? Probably the second biggest game of the weekend is West Ham Man United. Actually, I'm looking forward to this game. Obviously, United lost to Young Boys midweek, which was a funny game unless you're a United fan. Wan-Bissaka getting red carded for poor tackle after a bad first touch. Obviously, Ronaldo scored, but after that, pretty much did nothing. The team did nothing after that. They had 2 shots the whole game, no shots after 25 minutes. And there's been a lot of pressure coming on Ole's neck this week. People saying, you know what, we still have Ole as manager, so it almost doesn't matter who we have. As long as we've got this guy in charge, there's a limit. And so West Ham away, is that the game you want after a loss? I mean, United's next few games are tough. So, Jalil, like, West Ham away. I think the only saving grace for United is that Mikel Antonio's missing this game.
About to say that. That's the only thing saving them. That's the only thing saving them, because whether you like it or not, this guy's played in every position, so he's active. He's like an engine. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately for West Ham, missing out on him it is sad to see, because if you thought you were going to get something from the game, that was your outlet. Do you know what I mean? Having said that, they've still got a few decent players. They're good in the midfield, which is good to see as well. They've got some wide players that are decent as well, and they have got a solid base in terms of the defense. Man, they've got some good defenders there, man. So they could do a job to if Moyes is actually quite smart, you could just go for the draw, knowing that the firepower that comes from United. Having said that, yeah, it was sad to see them get battered. Well, I don't want to say battered because it was 2 mistakes really. That loss and that pass back from Lingard. Would have thought Lingard wants to go back to West Ham with that pass, boy, because that was a good through ball, man. Honestly, that was sick. Had all the defenders going like, "Oh, how did that beat me?" You know what I mean? That's it. Bit embarrassing, but he'll come back good, man. He's still going to be a. I know a lot of people don't like to hear it, but he might be a vital player for United. He's that kind of super sub kind of player. Obviously, he's not good enough to get into the team at the moment, but he's still good. But yeah, man, I think Ronaldo will have a harder game compared to the ones he's had recently. With the setup of West Ham from how they've been playing, I think I still think United will win. I'll give my score predictions at the end, but I still think they will win. Just they're still lacking something for me, and I think, is it a holding midfielder? There's a gap for me, not in defence, not really in defence for me, not in attacking either, but in midfield. And I will say this, last thing I'll say this, because fuck it, I'll say it. Sancho's been poor, man. I hear everyone's argument. It's coming from a different league, trying to cement himself. He's a wide player playing as he likes to control the pace, but it's just not working for him. As soon as Wan-Bissaka came off, he knew he had to come off because he wasn't really doing nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he knew it had to be him. But that's sad to see, because I had so much high expectations for him. I put him in my fantasy football team. I had him one of the best youngsters to do well this season, especially even in a team like United, where you got your Greenwoods, you can pass it to Bruno, get an assist, you can pass it to Ronaldo to get assists, but he doesn't cross it. Do you know what I mean? So he doesn't cross it. He plays proper football, which you like to see. This is what you like to see. But for me, yeah, I mean, it's too early to judge him. Obviously, it's too early to judge him. But better off last season, if I'm going to judge him, I'm going to put a rating on him this early. can't even give him a 5, bruv, because he hasn't done nothing in link-up play, not even attacking, threatening-wise against his against. I know he's been on for, I think, a total of 40 minutes or something, but still in those 40 minutes, you come on when people are tired, you started a game, not seeing nothing to you. So I'd probably give him like a 3 or 4, man. Like, and that's just me rating him a bit too early, I know, but I just have to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can only judge him off what he's done so far at United, and it's definitely not been great, not been good, really. And I think that one of the points that you hit on there, which I think is spot on, is I think people, when United signed Sancho, misunderstood the player, and I think that's in part because of Bundesliga. You've got slow defenders, high lines. That doesn't make sense. So even a player who's not quick, because Sancho is not quick, but because of that league, it made him look quick. Sancho is not about speed at all. He's not about crossing in the air at all. He is, like you said, all about intricacies, slow the plane down, 1-2s, work your way into the box, slow it down, and then if you can do the pullback, do it. And I just look at it, and I'll come to you, Rash, and I just look at Sancho and I just think, does he even have teammates that play like that? I just don't see United as a team that even suit his playing style, which I'm not going to say he's going to be a flop, but I'm just going to say, especially with the manager they have, I'm not sure you're going to see the best of Sancho. But what do you think?
Well, on that particular subject, I feel like Sancho is getting games because they feel like they have to, because of the money that they spend on him and the whole hype around him for so many years. But when he's on the pitch, there's not a lot being produced at the moment because, like you're saying, they play a different style, and he either got to learn to play the Man United style, the current Man United style, or adapt his style to it. One of the two. But as you saw the other day when Man United needed to make a sacrifice onto the pitch, he was the one to go. You know what I mean? And I knew it was going to be him.
Yeah.
Because I was watching this game and I was thinking, you've actually added nothing to the game.
Yeah,
The boy's quality, but he added nothing to the game at all. So I kind of agree with you. I think the first half of the season is going to be a big flop for him, and let's see what's going to happen second half of the season for him. It's like that when a lot of players come from abroad and come back to the Prem or come to the Prem. Do you know what I mean? Especially with a lot of expectations, he won't get the type of hate that Pepe got.
I was going to bring him up as well. Yeah.
But I can see a slow start, such as Pepe's. Do you know what I mean? With Sancho. I just can see it. I don't want it because I like the player, but I just think that's how it's just going to pan out. But Man United in general, I think they're going to do well this season. And I think like once they figure out what they need to do to gel to the levels that we know they're supposed to be because of the quality of players they have, once they figure that out, they're going to be very competitive, I reckon, in the league. But this weekend, I think West Ham's going to give it to them. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 2-2. And because West Ham at the moment, they're playing brilliant. Is Antonio out this game? Or
yeah,
he is out this game. But it doesn't matter because the other players around him, like Forlan and Rice and all these players, they're looking really good. They're on form. So it will give West Ham's other forwards, what's his name?
Benrahma?
Benrahma, I don't know if they'll play him there.
Benrahma's been. Oh, are you thinking about the Don they bought?
Yeah.
Vlasic.
Vlasic.
Vlasic. Yeah, the Croatian Don. Yeah.
Because of the way that they play is so central on Antonio being up there, holding the ball up and driving towards a goal, but he's not going to be there, so they're going to have to alter their whole type of play. You might see an introduction of of him as well into the game because of that. But West Ham have got a lot of heart, man. You know what I mean? And their performance yesterday as well showed that they've upped their levels as well, which I think it's something that United are going to have to look out for because they're not just a pushover club. They don't just try and get the ball and manically try and just bring it to the goal anymore. They can take their time and they build up. A lot of the time they play backwards as well, just to go forwards. You can see the evolution of their club. And it's going to be a good game, I reckon. I reckon it's going to be 2-2. They're going to go at it, both of them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. Obviously, you got the Moyes United factor always there. So there'll always be that extra bit of motivation for him. I think the West Ham fans, speaking to one of them at work who goes to the games, like they're all behind the team, which is not necessarily always common for West Ham. So, and even yesterday, like you said, they went to Dynamo Zagreb away and won 2-0. It was one of them professional European performances where you go away and you do a job, and it's like, where did West Ham get that in their locker out of nowhere?
Yeah, didn't look under pressure at all.
Under pressure, exactly. So, and then you start thinking, wow, if West Ham get through the groups, you start going round by round. Europa League, you never know. So you never know. And to be fair, I wouldn't mind West Ham doing something like that because it'll be good to see. And I think Antonio deserves praise because obviously he used to get ridiculed quite a lot when he used to play on the wing, but fair play to him. He's made a good transition into a good striker. He is a threat up top. He's still not the best technically, but in terms of being a threat, he is a threat. So fair play to him, and obviously now he plays for Jamaica too, so hopefully he can do well for them.
Antonio, he plays like a bully, but with a smile on his face.
Yeah, that's
what I like. They're the worst. They're the worst.
They're the worst. They're the worst. They are the worst. Like, but yeah, Jeff, man, obviously, what are you saying for this game? Because there's a lot of pressure on United still, and how long before? Because obviously the pictures came out on Tuesday. You saw Ronaldo and Bruno right next to Solskjaer during the game. Immediately wrong vibes because I never saw Bruno do that before Ronaldo came. So
yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that gives me wrong things already. So what are you saying? What do you think about that?
I'm not gonna read too much into it yet. Like I still think Ollie's gonna be there this season. I don't think he's going anywhere yet. Whether he's gonna be there past that, that bit remains to be seen. But yeah, Ronaldo joining that, the levels are gotta go up. I think that's probably what he's probably going to be telling him subliminally or directly that this player ain't it, or come on, I need more from this guy. And I can't necessarily say it because I'm not the manager. You are, so you're gonna have to say it. I think it's gonna be a lot of that. Regards to like the Sancho thing, yeah, it hasn't been a great start. I do think, yeah, it's kind of like what you said, like people probably misunderstood the signing. It's also like he's 21, you've been bought as a marquee signing. It took 18 months to get done. We knew about this in 2020, so like January. So it's gonna take a while, innit? So the pressure is even more than what it was because it took a year for the deal to get done. So like I even predicted before he's gonna have a slow start because he's playing at a fast-flowing Dortmund team where you've got Haaland finishing your chances also. So it's different. Like it's gonna be different. Like it's gonna take you a while to hit the ground running, but that people just gotta be patient, man. That's why I hope that people are with him, that patient, because what tends to happen is you write him off too early and then the person can't recover. Like even though I know he didn't have the best 30 minutes, but it's a third of the game. So you went off in 30 minutes. That's even going to have some kind of effect in your head. He's going to have to fight that out and make sure he plays. I don't know if he's going to start this. I don't even know if Ronaldo will start. That'll be Ronaldo's third game in 7 days?
Ronaldo's definitely starting, bro.
I'll be shocked if he does. Like Cavani's not playing, but I'll be shocked if Ronaldo plays, or if he plays the full 90 minutes. I'll say that. Because I guess he came off 70 minutes against Young Boys. I think, maybe a Greenwood or something starts off, or Martial. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I just hope people are patient with Sancho because, he's a very, very good player, full of potential. But I understand that 21 marquee signing, like it's going to take a little minute. Like it's not just going to be all peaches and roses. More pressures on him because Rashford ain't playing. There's a lot of things. So I think, everyone just give him time and he'll come good eventually, I think. In terms of the game, I think the game's won in midfield mostly because I don't know who West Ham's alternative to Antonio is. Like, I don't know if it's going to be Bowen or I don't know. I'm not sure. Bowen's normally, or before he joined West Ham, he's a striker. He ain't a wide player. So maybe he's going to play up front and just put pressure on Maguire and Varane, Lindelof, whoever seems to play back there, and just try and run them ragged. But Yeah, I think the main battle is between Man United central midfield, whoever that may be, and Declan Rice. Like that's going to be where the game's won. Declan Rice had a really good start to the season. Played really, really well. Looks like he's maturing, getting better. And then Man United have Fred. You see the note on Fred. You see what he said? I'm trying to get my passing better.
I saw that. I said, big man, it's too late. You're 28.
Brother, it's finished, Frederick. It's 28. Now you want to get your passing better at 28.
I said at 28, he's working as passing as a center mid. How does that
Come on, man. Sense? Come on. How long have you been playing there?
That is mad. That's mad. You know how mad that is? That's a key attribute, you know. That's
the most key in your position. Just distribution, short or long. Like it doesn't matter if you can't play long passes. Kante isn't the best at long passes, but just small 10-yard passes he can do, 30-yard passes he can do. We're not asking that much of you. Get the ball, win it, and pass. That's it. You can't do that. So. Yeah, hit the battle against Rice and Fred and Co is going to be interesting, man. Don't get me wrong, Fred is like he's underrated for this, but he's really good at winning the ball. It's just what he does as soon as he wins it.
He just gives it back.
Dreadful. Or he just puts out a play, just something weird, like something you shouldn't do. But yeah, the game gets won there. Obviously, West Ham are going to miss Antonio a lot because he's had a good start. He's had one of the best starts overall. But
4 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah, he's been killing it. Killing it. Him. But then people like Fornals stepped up a lot. He had a good start. Played well towards the end of last season too. So let's see, man. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, no, it should be a good game. I think it's a shame because I think Antonio Maguire would have been a good battle. I can't lie. I think Antonio could have bullied him. Even Varane would have given him a bit of a Premier League wake-up call still.
But this way, Antonio would have had at least 4 or 5 chances. Whether he scored or not is another story. But
that's another thing. He's not the most clinical. They got my guy from the living room saying Ole is the Fred of the managerial world. Snap.
That's wild. That's wild.
I don't think that's not wild. I think Ole is a horrible manager. I think he's going to get exposed this season. I can't lie.
Hey, John, we're in a group chat, where someone put in the group chat. No, I see no one's answered it. And there's like 40 men in there. Someone asked, who's better, Pepe or Sancho?
Sancho's better, isn't it? So I think Sancho's better, ain't it?
John, you still a United player fan?
Yeah, for now, G, for now. I'm disappointed the other day, innit? But yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? We bounce back. But yeah, but you know what? I think with Sancho, what I'm gonna say is he gives me strong vibes of the next English scapegoat. Like I think he's gonna take the baton over from Sterling still. Like slowly but surely, all these because Sancho's always putting up like Instagram stories or like always dripped out, always got the music in the background. After a while, once they get tired of finishing Sterling, he's the next one. I think Sancho, if not Greenwood, they maybe Greenwood as well. Like there's always got to be one, and I think Sancho for me is a prime candidate to just be an English scapegoat. So I hope for him that he can just prove it on the pitch. But yeah, man, hopefully he can play well tomorrow. I'd be surprised if they don't. Sorry, Sunday. I'd be surprised if they don't start him because I feel like they kind of have to. Like 73 million. You've been waiting for the guy for 2 years. You're not going to drop him out of nowhere, but.
If it ain't right though,
what happens if they win, play well, and he's not on the pitch?
We said this. We said this the other day. Sancho should be worried. Rashford's coming back.
Yeah.
Martial's still in the mix. He could play well in training or play well in a couple of these cup games and get his position. Greenwood's there. Cavani will come back. If Cavani comes back, he might play up top, and they might think Ronaldo's better on the left. I don't know. This is just me speculating.
Yeah.
Sancho should be worried, bruv. We said this the other day.
I don't know if he should be worried. Like it's too early for me to say worried. Like if it's January and you're not playing, cool. But 3-4 games in, like I don't know, man. Like Ronaldo, I don't think at 36, I don't think he'd even want to play on the left. That means working the other way. Like he ain't gonna do that. Like the Rashford thing, and that I think that instead of it increasing pressure. I think it will decrease pressure or reduce pressure because they're not going to just look to you. Like, I guess people are like, Greenwood is Greenwood. Greenwood's a great finisher and that, but the pressure isn't really on him. It's just been a nice, heartwarming thing that he started well, innit? But Rashford not playing for 2 months or however long he's not going to play, then people are going to look to the other wing and be like, so what are you doing, my guy? Like, we need some output from you. So I think when Rashford comes back, he'll kind of even it out.
I do think that as well, but I don't know if you remember when I said that because he's amongst so many stars in that squad, it's kind of like snuffed him out. He looks quiet in there. He doesn't bring a lot to the game, and I think that showed in their last game the most. That like out of everyone on the pitch, I mean, there were so many quality players around him. He hardly touched the ball, and when he did, it's like he just gave it back to them. Do you know what I mean? He kind of showed that, okay, you guys are. It's like he's starstruck by them in a way. So, well, you know, when you're playing with people who are better than you, you get the ball, you do 2 touches and give it back to them. You know what I mean? And it seems.
I get it, yeah, but I don't know if it's that. I think it's just more wavelength. Like you say, he slows down the game a lot. Like like Bruno, Ronaldo, they might not be used to that yet. So that might be even a lot of the things he was doing, like it just doesn't look like they're on the same page yet. So it takes a little bit of time. And you got Wan-Bissaka going outside you.
That's another key factor. We can't ignore that one.
Defensively, Wan-Bissaka is going to hold it down alone because Sancho ain't going to have to do much. But going forward, the overlap run and stuff like that, or this new inverted run that Wan-Bissaka seems to be doing, like he's running infield, is how he even got sent off.
But United aren't supposed to play a slow build. That's not the United way. They've always been.
That's what I'm saying.
In your head, you should know. I know how United play. Do you know what I mean? This slow build up thing.
I don't know if you can change your game like that. That's a big
not that quick. Not that quick. It can't be like it can't be just like, oh, I know Man United play this way. I'm gonna play this way because you play your way. So it's gonna take a few months. Give it until like January.
Half a season, isn't it? Yeah.
Give it until January. We'll probably see a better Sancho. Wherever it will be. Sorry, go on.
No. Sorry, finish. You're gonna say something. Sorry.
Nah, it wasn't really anything important.
I was just gonna say, if Sancho went to City, I think he would have been popping. Yeah,
they suit him more.
It's a ready-made. Like Man United are still figuring themselves out. Let's be clear. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Man United it's not like a Sir Alex Man United where we know exactly what we're getting from them. The ball goes wide, they flood the box, goals. It's not like that. Jesus Christ, that's an insult. Like even Grealish, like I'm a big fan of Grealish, but you've kind of walked into that team, man. You don't really have to be anything but you. The chances are gonna come. There's KDB, there's Bernardo, there's Foden, who ain't even playing yet. There's all sorts. So you kind of just be you. Like Sancho's having to be like the main man or one off, and it's gonna take a little longer than that.
I agree with you, and I think, but you know what the thing is? I think there's the small difference between Sancho and Grealish is I think Grealish gives me more vibes, almost anywhere he would have gone in the Prem. He's got that self-confidence of give me the ball, I know what to do with it.
Yeah,
it's also because he's been a club captain for 5+ years, maybe.
Yeah, and obviously there's a 4-year age gap between the two, so we can't ignore the age gap thing. That's huge as well. But I just feel with Grealish, if he'd gone to United, it would have been like, yeah, cool. I'm ready for this. Meanwhile, Sancho, I think definitely the Ronaldo thing, obviously, I think has played a part for some players because you're seeing some players like Luke Shaw all the time now just wants to whip it in. He wasn't doing that before. He's literally just trying to whip it in now. Like everyone gets up, they want to just look to Ronaldo, and I think that needs to be worked on. There's got to be some coaching there because if you're just going to focus on him that much, it's going to end up hurting the other players. And you know what I'm saying? Like Ronaldo should just be kind of like the end of the moves, like Lukaku is at Chelsea at the moment. That's the way they should try and use him. He's not as quick as Lukaku, obviously, but I
kind of saw that too many players was trying to bring Ronaldo into the games. Like they're trying to build that connection with, so playing mad balls forward towards him, and it's like he ain't reaching it. maybe 5 years ago he could reach that, but he
Yeah.
can't reach that now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I hear that still.
Yeah, so but when you have Ronaldo, that's naturally that's what happens. And I don't know if anyone saw it, but I was watching the PSG game the other day, and
Struggled.
that was interesting as well. I can't lie. Like I could see Messi just shaking his head, like, why are you man all taking more than 4 touches?
Again,
You know what I'm saying?
it's just gonna take a while, man, because that's another one where there's a new sheriff in town, isn't it? Basically, like Mbappe's used to playing a certain way, Neymar's used to playing a certain way. He's kind of reverted back to what he was doing. Like at Barcelona, he kind of curved it, and then or early days he was just running around doing madness, getting wiped out. Then he curved his game, got better. Then he's gone back to PSG, he's fucking around again. So like, now Messi's around. It's gonna take a few months before we see that front three really click and they understand each other.
Yeah, and the thing with that is, I know after one game it's too quick of a judgment, but I already thought after one game this will never be as good as MSN because Mbappe is not selfless like Suarez was. Suarez could score, but he doesn't mind if he doesn't score and just sets up the other two. But Mbappe, he's still got that thing of, fam, let me get mine. And I think, and naturally his link-up play is not as good as Suarez was. So, and obviously Neymar, I was watching him first half and I was like, bro, you're not even taking the game seriously. You're trying chops and skills in the halfway line.
Yeah, see that.
You're always going to see it from him, man.
You know what I'm saying? Messi's looking at him like, bro, what happened to you? This ain't the guy I was playing with 4 years
You'll
ago.
never get over that, you know. I remember that game when Neymar was doing skills at the halfway line and stuff like that. You cussed him out, bruv. You like in the messages, bruv. You was like, no, man, he's not a leader. He's crap. Look what he's doing. Skills at the halfway line. Nah, he's crap. He's gone down 5 times in my levels. Trust me.
Yeah, he was on to him. I take football seriously, but anyway. But Jilo, what's your prediction then for the game? United, West Ham. At West Ham.
Damn, what did I go with? I think I went 2-0 to United, 3-0, maybe 3-1. Can't remember, but let's go with 3-0 to United.
Oh, disrespect. Jeez. Okay.
Rash, you said 2-2?
Yeah.
I went 2-1. Man United just could be. That could. I think if Antonio played, I would have gone with a draw. I can't lie. Even maybe a West Ham win. Jeff?
I think I'm going to agree with you. I think I'll go 2-1. I think United probably just going to have a little too much. Like they did it last year where West Ham played well and then Pogba crazy goal and Man United win 3-1. So I think something similar.
Yeah, see, I made my prediction forgetting Antonio wasn't going to be there, but I'm gonna stick by it. I reckon they could do it.
They still can. They still
it's possible.
Can, 100%. So all right, let's move on to the next game. Burnley Arsenal. That's tomorrow, 3 p.m. Now, obviously, Arsenal got the win last week, 1-0 against Norwich, so they're hoping to build on it. Obviously, North London derby next week. So. I'm saying Arsenal don't want to be losing to Burnley and then going into the North London derby at the Emirates. It's not what you want. So, but Burnley away, we know it's going to be tough. We know what they're going to do. We know what Burnley's play is all about. They've actually had a bad start to the season. They played 4, lost 3, drew 1. So Rash's prediction that it was you, Rash, that said they'll go down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you said
that time is up.
So
they've been hanging around with the wrong crowd for a little while now.
Get out of the club.
Get out of here, bro.
Hey, I've been praying for them to go down for about 6 years, so hopefully it's a year still.
So that's got a new deal too.
Yeah. But Jalil, what are you saying, man? Like, it's gonna be a tough game. Ben White, his lack of heading ability. Do you see Arsenal getting the back-to-back victories, or do you think it's because big up YL, the building saying Burnley will win 2-1? What we saying, man? What do you got?
Yeah, as I said before, our main weakness is scoring goals, not defensive for me, in my opinion. I feel like if we stick to defending, we should be okay. Because we know that it's not going to be a midfield battle because they're going to utilize Chris Wood and them man up top. Like we know it's going to go over. We know it's going to be those long balls straight over. Like we know it's not going to be a midfield battle. We're not scared of their midfield. So whether Xhaka was there or anybody else, like we're winning that midfield battle, but it's not going to be a midfield battle. So realistically, what I'm expecting for us to win, and I do think we will win, is to attack from the top, to defend from the top. Sorry. You know, I hope Aubameyang starts up top. He needs to be going after those defenders, making sure they don't come in. They go short because there's no options for them. Their fullbacks always like to, you know, do the long ball over the top, past sort of go past Tierney and our new right back. So hopefully they'll be on job. But that's where it's got to start from, because we know it's not a midfield battle. So I'm not worried in that aspect. What I'm worried about is the ball's going over the top now. Gabriel, he loves these 50-50s and these aerial duels. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not worried about him. Ben White, I'm also not worried about him. I'm actually not worried about Ben White. I see him. I'm not worried about Ben White, man. You know, the first game, I'm not going to judge you off Ivan Toney beating you 8 times in the air in one game. I'm not going to judge you off that. Yeah, you got nerves. You're shaky. This happens. Do you get what I'm saying? You got to look at me like, oh, you're bigging up Ben Cocaine. What's happening? You've been sniffing some cocaine or what? No, mate.
I said Ben Cocaine.
That's a Ben Cocaine. Yo, she just escalated. But I'm just being honest. I'm not that worried. Obviously, I will be worried after the first. I think we need to give it 10, 15 minutes to see how Ben White gets into the game. But for now, I won't be worried. I'm expecting Partey to play. I'm expecting him to play a bit deeper, on Maitland-Niles to play as well. I had El Nene's back in training as well, so if he plays, that's an extra. I'll say defensive player, and I feel like against a team like Burnley, I feel like you do need a bit more defensive players who can. If you're not going to win the first ball, the second ball you should win on the floor. You should just get your body in front of it. That's how I see it. And then we're talking about attackers now. So this is where I'm worried. This is where I'm actually worried, because I'm not actually worried about the defense as long as they do what I just said. But Mikel's not listening to me right now. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm actually worried about the end product. The end products. I expect Smith Rowe to come back in and to do the business. I expect Odegaard to also play, and I expect Bukayo Saka to play as well. And up top should be Aubameyang. And Pepe should come on when tired legs, when they're tired of popping the ball over the top. Pepe should come on and just deal with them. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I expect from tomorrow. But yeah, I'm still worried about attacking threat, because I don't see anyone out and out goal scorers unless we get a fluky one like we did against Norwich last week. But that's my take on it, man. Okay, so I think it's a very good point about the midfield battle. It's not going to be as important as it usually is, because Burnley just bypass the midfield.
Always.
And if their centre mids do get it, they just hoof along. So yeah, the midfield battle will be as important as we think. But yeah, I think it's interesting you mentioned there Smith Rowe and Odegaard playing together. I think that's going to become a bit of an issue over the course of the season, because I'm not sure Smith Rowe's best position is on the left. But obviously, Rash, you coming in here, like Janil's saying he's not that worried about Ben White. You know, obviously, we all know about his lack of aerial ability that he's shown so far. You know, as Wyle saying, bro, Wood and Barnes versus White is peak. Also, the Burnley wingers tidy. I'm guessing he's talking about Dwight McNeil, and he's got a good whipper on him. Even Goodmanson on the other side, he cuts in, whips it in. Head saying, Bukayo Saka, who the hell is that?
Well, my Cockney accent.
It's got nothing to do with Cockney, bruv. You murder names. Murder, man. I murder
You know what you
names.
should start doing after I say names? What's that thing? What's that old school thing?
I kill for
Right.
fun. Murder
Yeah.
name.
Bukayo Saka,
And I'm Nigerian as well.
It happens, man. Don't worry about it, man. But yeah, Rash, man. What do you say, though? You have confidence Janil is in Ben White.
No,
Ben Kane.
if I think against a Burnley, you can't be confident with Ben White, because you know how they play. They play long ball. They know they play solid football. Do you know what I mean? As in, they're looking to push you about on the park. Do you know what I mean? And especially in aerial battles, you got to be going up for them 100%. Some of the memes that came after that first Ben White game when he was losing those aerial battles to Tyrone. Is it Tyrone? Is his name Tyrone?
Ivan Toney.
Tony. Okay, Tyrone. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Jalil. What you done to me, Jalil? Yeah. So yeah, when you saw some of those pictures of them together, and Ben White looking scared, you know what I mean? When Tony's going up for the headers and not even going for him, and even after that, the games that he has played, I haven't seen him. I saw him come off his feet twice, and I was like, damn, he actually can jump. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know. He's never gonna win any headers against Burnley. He's not winning none. So if he plays, it has to be part of a back three. He has to have the support of Gabriel and Holding together. Yeah, because they both can win the balls aerially. That's the only way Benny Crack can start that day in that game. Yeah, that's
sound like a terrible rapper. Benny Crack.
Yeah, he failed.
That's mad.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, so that's the only way that he can play on the pitch. I agree with Jalil. In the midfield, I think they're done, even though they do have some good, strong players in there. I mean, look, they've got the likes of McNeil and the Woods and so forth like that in the team. That can make a difference. Who can put Arsenal under a lot of pressure because them boys are soft. You know what I'm trying to say? So it just is what it is. But I think Arsenal will probably scrape the win if they can defend the way they defended their last league game. Because I was impressed with that actually. I think they handled their threat very well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And they were well drilled in regards to how to doing it, especially if they have the likes of Partey in front of them. Lukonga, I've been very impressed with him so far. I think he's slotted right in, and it's like he's always been there. So I think the midfield battle will be won by Arsenal. Do they have any forwards? Look, this is a game for Lacazette. Whatever Lacazette has with Arteta, that's got to go because he's physical, he's strong, he can do the hold-up thing, he can turn and bang a shot out of nowhere. It's Lacazette. This is a type of game that he's made for. So if Arteta can't see what we all can see or what the fans can see, then I don't know why he's even in the job. And I'm expecting Lacazette to get his first start. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I think it's going to go downhill.
Yeah. Go on.
Setting up. So, Rash, you mentioned Holding. Are you starting to see the light in the kid or what?
No, I just know he can head the ball.
Okay, fair enough.
And he's aggressive. He's aggressive as well. And it looks like he likes being aggressive as well.
Oh, yeah, he does. You remember him 3 years ago against Costa in the FA Cup final?
He was superb that game. Is that the game that Saka came out of nowhere and was brilliant?
Yeah, we won. We beat them. And Mertesacker, he played with Mertesacker. Remember that game? He held up Costa. Everyone expected Costa to wipe the floor of us, but that was 3 years ago. To be fair, and the iconic
image of him standing over Mane.
I
hate that picture, but I love it.
To be fair,
I hate and love it. Yeah.
To be fair, he lacks a battle. The only thing is he doesn't win the majority of his battles. So I understand why people are like. You don't bring him in, but in a free, you would bring him in. To be fair, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean?
Because whatever he can't win in the air, and what he miscontrols or whatever he does lose, he's got White, who's actually good with his feet, just behind him.
Very good. Yeah. And second thing as well is the reason why I don't know this game was right for Lacazette because Lacazette lacks a battle. I feel like they are going to do a low block where we have to bring them down. That's why I said bring in Smith Rowe as well, and we need someone to just tap it in. We need someone to just run through the back and tap it in, and that's Aubameyang. That's why I went with that.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I'd start Lacazette also purely from the point that I think we're going to need to hold it up, and we're going to need something more intricate in and around to get the wingers into play. But there's arguments both sides. But I would like to see Lacazette play. But again, as Rash said, we'll have to see that. It depends. He definitely will start Aubameyang after scoring last week. So it'll be interesting to see who drops out, but somebody definitely will. But yeah, 7 people in the building. Smash the likes. Let me read out some of the comments. Big up D-Star. Hope you're good. Saying even Hornswoggle will win more headers than Ben White.
That's the small guy.
Saying you guys will definitely win with Yako Saka on your team. Sounds like a
oh shit! They're on smoke.
he starts saying Arsenal are shocking, but Burnley are even more shocking, so Arsenal will win.
It's a battle of the relegation, guys.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Wait, where's the GOAT Martinelli? Yeah, Ed's
That's
never
the
letting that
GOAT.
one go. He's never letting that one go. And big up Wild, bro. The dwarf from Game of Thrones beat Chambers and White in the 6-yard box with a bullet header in training. Yo, this is mad. This
Wow.
is mad. This is
Wait, what?
Man, I'm creative, bro.
Yo, big up the chat. Everyone's creative right now. I like this, bro.
Wait, in training. Wait, who they talking about?
Bro,
They're
he's talking about
Eddie.
Game of Thrones. Is he talking about the Game of Thrones?
In training.
The dwarf
He kept
and
saying-
that.
No, because in training.
Bro. I ain't
No,
know.
in training, Eddie and Ketia beat them on the ball, but he can
Eddie
lead,
can't look like anyone from Game of Thrones.
No, man, I didn't see no black people say for that big black guy. He was a liar. He was Nigerian.
I know. Oh, my Nigerians.
I'm playing.
I'm playing.
Hey, come on. Hey, but Jeff, man, obviously, Jalou and Rash have given their perspective. What are you saying? Are you confident Arsenal getting the win against Burnley? What are you saying?
Oh man, that's funny. Nah, I think we're gonna win. If I'm honest, I think we'll win like 2-0 or so. Burnley are still organized, but they're not as organized as they were a couple of seasons ago. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Maybe their core is not what it was. That's what I feel anyway. Even like the Chris Woods and that, still notches, just maybe not as effective as he was previously, or Ashley Barnes or people like that. I do agree with Jalou on the Ben White point. I don't think he'll. Even if you lose a header, it's not even about losing the header. It's just about what you're gonna do with the seconds. Like, you're gonna read the seconds. Like, I'm cool. Like, losing a header is not really the problem. Like, that's cool. Like, you can win headers all day. If they amount to nothing, then so be it. Person I'm more worried about is Gabriel, and this will show me if he's grown from last season, because he's big and strong. You know he's gonna like a battle, but sometimes you have to outsmart your opponent. You can't just be bullish and think you're gonna beat someone like Chris Wood as well to like everything. Like, there's going to be a time in the game where Chris Wood's going to turn and beat you for strength if you don't outsmart your player, or your attacker. So he's the person I'm more worried about than Ben White. Ben White is going to know he's not as physical as Chris Wood, and they're going to play with one up top. So what I'm expecting to happen is Gabriel to go for those headers, or for the majority of them, and Ben White to drop off and read the seconds. He's quick enough on the floor, can read things well, and that should really be that. And even Tomiyasu, from what I saw last week, I was at the game, and what it looked like is Tomiyasu was kind of like going for a lot of the headers that Ben White maybe would go for.
Yeah.
And he won a lot of his battles. So Tomiyasu had a very, very good, decent debut. He didn't look like he trained a couple of times with the team, but it looked like he'd been there for longer. Yeah, if I'm honest, like, he looked very, very comfy. So yeah, I just want to see what Gabriel does. Like, are you gonna outsmart the attacker, whoever it'll be? Is it gonna be Chris Wood? Is it gonna be Vidra? If it's Vidra, that's a different problem. Or
they definitely won't play Vidra, I think.
Super sub. He's a super sub, man.
I don't know. And then they're Barnes. So go on, Rash.
I was going to say one of the most important positions in that game, I think, is going to be right back, to be honest. Burnley are quite well down that side. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So whoever plays right back for Arsenal, they're going to have a job.
I'll say that. I think it probably will be Tomiyasu, especially because he had played well last week. So it's his job to stop McNeil and what's my man, the left back, Charlie Taylor. Yeah. Because I don't know if Pepe is going to drop back like that if he plays. But yeah, I feel like we will get chances tomorrow. And Pepe played really well second half last week. Like, watching the game, he was kind of influential for that second half. Like, him and Odegaard linked up well. He attacked his man, which I want him to do. And that's how we got the goal. Running at your man. You didn't even need to beat him. Just steal half a yard and shoot. Yeah, that's all you need to do. And Aubameyang profited from it. So I think Aubameyang, if I'm not mistaken, has a good record against Burnley, which is even surprising because he's not physical like that. But it's normally like the one chance he'll bag it. So I think we should have enough to beat Burnley. I just want to see Gabriel. It looks like Leno might be done at Arsenal. You know,
I think he's done. Yeah.
Just from like what Arteta is saying, it's like you know what, like I'm cool with Ramsdale. Like Leno's gonna have to work to get back in this team, which is it's a weird one.
I'm cool with that.
It's a bit weird because like if you're playing against two tough teams, not three, and you get peppered, and then I get dropped for that, I'm gonna be a bit mad. Be like, what? I didn't even really get a chance to like show myself. But Ramsdale looked comfortable last week.
I think very comfortable, man. Very comfortable.
Again, it's Norwich, but
again, it is Norwich, but I think the whole Leno thing's been. I think, to be honest, Arteta's been looking for someone to have as a substitute for him and someone to give him a kick up his ass, because Leno's just a cocky but who thinks he's better than what he really is. I don't think he plays as to his best potential. I don't think he does. Yeah, and I'm glad Ramsdale's here because Ramsdale's coming with all the noise, all the heart, the shot stopping experience. You know, he's vocal, riles up the crowd. Like, he's in the squad. He's happy to be here. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And so, I think it's just what I don't think this is judged over Leno facing those good squads. I think this is him being judged over his period, Arteta's tenure at the club so far, and just his lack of ability to have a replacement for him. He's been looking for it, as you've seen. He's bought 3 keepers since he's come.
True.
You know
I think if Arteta could have hindsight back, he'd have kept Martinez and probably sold Leno last summer. But I know a lot of people kill Arteta over that one. I'm not that mad with it because 20 minutes at the time wasn't a bad amount, and he'd only played 10 games, so we could understand why. But I think
he's been here 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not that mad at it.
He had Almunia ahead of him. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm with you. That clown.
Crazy guy.
Yeah, that guy was crazy. I can't believe he was actually captain of Arsenal for a period. Mad. D-Star saying Arteta hasn't beat Burnley yet, has he? I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. I think he's played them 3 times, drawn twice, lost once. But obviously there's been special circumstances all times. I think one time I'm pretty sure Xhaka got sent off, and then another game I'm pretty sure Xhaka just literally kicked it straight off.
Oh yeah, I remember that he kicked it again. Like he was inside the 6-yard box.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and just literally just set him up. Said, "Yo, here you go, son."
Oh man,
I think it was Xhaka still that fraud. But yeah,
every time he holds corn every week, indirectly or directly.
Every week. He deserves it.
Saka's still out.
So, Jalil, what's your prediction? Score prediction.
Wait, is Saka still out?
Yeah. It's free Xhaka, you mean, or Saka?
Yeah, he means Xhaka.
Oh, yeah. He's out for 3 games, bro, or 2 games now. So one more game after this.
Yeah, 2 games.
Damn, we're gonna lose, man. We're gonna miss this guy.
Actually, I'm scared because Party's gonna have to play. Oh, what happened there?
There's no one more in this world that hates Granit Xhaka than John.
Yeah,
you can come back, Mo. We're playing.
What was you saying, Jeff?
Oh shit! He's actually
really. I think his signal was like really slow though, so it probably that. But Party, I don't want Party to start. Party just came back. Like he played for 35 minutes. He played like he kind of changed the game when he came on. Like
he did.
He's starting to look forward. Like Maitland-Niles played okay, but he was safe like all game. But yeah, Party. I do not want him to start because he'll just be injured again. Like you've just came back, like muscular injury. Don't go get injured again. So I hope that
doesn't even sound like Party's fit, Jeff.
He can't be. Like he came on last week for 35 minutes. To go then to play against Burnley for 90 would be insane.
Crazy.
I hope Maitland-Niles and Lokonga play again, and Partey does the same thing from the bench. Not that I like Maitland-Niles, but he didn't do himself any harm last week, nor did he do himself any good. Like, it was just like an average display. I'd like to see him expand him a bit. You've been asking to play in this position for how long? So you can't have this restricted game. Like, if you want to play here, look forward. Like, that's a lot of what I saw last week. It's just like, I'll get the ball. It'll look cute. A nice little touch here. Give it to Lokonga. Let him play it forward. He can take the risk. Nah, my guy. If you're gonna play there, take some risk.
Would you bring El Neni back in?
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know if I'd prefer. I don't know. I think Maitland-Niles is probably a bit more mobile, but Oneni is probably a little bit more disciplined. But I just don't know if we'll need that against Burnley in centre midfield. Who's their centre midfielders? Brownhill and Westwood. They're decent on the ball. They're good. They're good on the ball. They can play.
They can ping on the balls, yeah.
But I feel like Maitland-Niles and Lokonga can probably stop that
damage.
So. Yeah, again, maybe Oneni's coming back from an injury too, so just stick with the two from last week that started, I'd say.
Fair
enough.
So, do you know what was your score prediction?
For this game, I put 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Rash, what you got?
I don't know why, but I put 1-0 Arsenal.
Okay, 1-0 the Arsenal. And Jeff?
Agree with Rash, 1-0.
1-0. I've got 1-1. I think it's going to be a tag game. I think we all think it's going to be a tag game. I've got 1-1. I just think Burnley will find a way to score somehow through a cross. I can just see it happening. Big up Ed saying Martinelli, the new Kaka on my arse, maybe the new Henry, just going to be another bum.
The new Kaka and the new Henry. How does that even work?
No, he said maybe he's going to be the new Henry because he's a bum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Don't think Ed doesn't act like this. I played with Ed on Sunday. He still gave me stick about Arsenal and Gabriel, so he's like this, bruv, all the time.
Yeah. Nah, he loves Henry deep down, though. Big up Henry.
He must. He says his name so much, he must love him.
Yeah. No, he brings up Henry a lot. Big up Henry still. Henry gets slept on. Can't lie. Well, what's the next game? All right,
I was gonna say best 11. No, Arsenal best 11. No, is that?
Do that again?
No, what?
Again,
Burnley. Forget
tomorrow.
that.
Okay, cool.
Another best 11.
No, for tomorrow's game. But yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yo, that's how the best everyone is. I don't want to go through our 11 fam. It's just like, let's just go.
Please
through the
don't
game,
do it to us.
I get excited talking about Arsenal, man. We're about to skip the talk. I just thought we could talk about it for another 20 seconds or so. But I hear you.
And the biggest game of the weekend is the Palace match, Palace Liverpool.
That's the biggest. Why? Why is that the biggest?
It's the battle of the birds, isn't it?
Wait. So what? Spurs? So what? Cock and bull shouldn't be on there, huh?
No.
Oh my god! No, I thought you had a real reason. Bro.
Yeah, for a reason. I was like, shit.
No, but that's gonna be a good game.
It will be a good game. Where is it? Anfield.
Yeah, it's at Anfield. Yeah.
Liverpool are gonna pack them, man. They're gonna pack them up and take them on holiday.
Oh, we got Vieira coaching that back line now and that centre mid.
Vieira.
Salah gonna go wrap a hat trick, quick, fast.
Remember they got Edward. He's
Nice
gonna
debut, man.
he's gonna sloppily get into the box and bang a couple, I reckon. Still,
He's a nice alternative to Benteke. I'll say that.
oh yeah, Benteke should be worried. So worried.
You should give it up, man.
Big up YL saying I'm going to the game tomorrow. Hey man, enjoy it. Obviously, Anfield should be a good game for you. Don't give Zaha too much stick, G. That guy gets it from everyone. Still,
yeah.
He's had enough.
Bro, he wakes up angry.
Yeah. Bro, I think see when they didn't let him go. When is it? Like 2 seasons ago. I think he's gonna hold a grudge until they let him go. He is angry all the time. Always wants to fight.
Always. Even when he scores, he's angry.
Yeah. Bro, relax, bro.
Yeah, literally.
You got life and health.
His smiles, even his smile has got "You want beef" written in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's mad, bro. Like it's
Just sell him, man. Just let him go. This guy doesn't want to play, bro.
Yeah, but so what we saying, Rash? What's your score prediction? Liverpool Palace.
I think I said something crazy like 2-2, you know.
2-2.
Let me have a look. I'm not too sure.
You think they're gonna score against Virgil van Dijk?
Yeah, it's
But
Van
even said
Dijk, bro.
Liverpool's
You man
defense.
think he's a Superman or something like that. Of course, they can score against Van Dijk.
I started to like Van Dijk a lot more.
No, I put 2-1 still. 2-1.
To
Liverpool.
I thought you said Palace. Alright, cool.
No.
Yeah, I got 2-0 Liverpool. I think Palace will give them a decent game. Obviously, Ed saying Burnley will win 3-1. He starts saying if Liverpool don't get any injuries, they'll be title contenders. Yeah, I agree with that. I think if they don't get any injuries, but yeah, that's a big if. It's a big if still. You know what? Something I saw today that was interesting. I saw something that said rank these 5 players in terms of their passing from 1 to 5, and it was Pogba, De Bruyne, Trent, Thiago, and Bruno Fernandes. How would you guys rank them from 1 to 5 passing?
That's too hard.
De Bruyne top, definitely for me. Because De Bruyne can do every pass, like every type of pass.
Yeah, I had him second. I think Pogba's got just a little bit more variation in his passing. Just a bit.
I don't know. I probably have Pogba second.
Yes,
It'll be a toss up between those two. The rest can fall in line.
I had Thiago third, and then I had Trent fourth, and then Bruno fifth. That's what I had.
Who was your third one?
Thiago. I think Thiago's got more all-around passing than Trent, because Thiago's passing through the lines in midfield is almost unmatched. The way he can fizz it through gaps is too tiny. Obviously, Trent's got the amazing balls from out wide, but I don't think there's any pass that Trent does that Thiago can't do, and I think there's some that Thiago does that Trent can't do. Thiago's got the outside the boot. Thiago's got everything, man.
Trent's long range passing is. I don't think anyone's got a better long range pass than Trent in the Prem, if I'm honest. But yeah, Thiago's. You're right. Thiago's through the line passes and his short passes and just where he's even where the foot he passes it to. Like he just knows like where to pass it. So Bruno will probably be last out of that list just because that list is so good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that'll be an interesting one. Ed saying also you man are mad the way you were talking about Lukaku like he's phenomenal. Man that missed the Timberland boost. The guy is crap against any decent defender with a brain.
Fair enough.
I mean, listen, his touch is not the best still, but he's definitely improved. At least his aura attitude improved, and he's doing the business at the moment, as Jalil would say. So can't argue with that.
Long season, I think he'll get 20 league goals. Whether he'll finish top goal scorer, I don't think it, but he's going to be up there.
Why else saying Trent has best passing in football? These
In football.
Yeah, it's a big.
We forgetting Modric. Kroos, man.
No, he's not a better passer than Kroos is.
Yeah, but he said the best passer in football. That's a bit wild, man.
Yeah, De Bruyne top all day long. Bruno last. Yeah, I think Bruno last is the tough one. Ed saying Xhaka should be there.
Yeah, in a parallel universe.
To be fair, I mean, just going off a couple seasons ago, shouldn't Partey be there for what he did for Atletico? Not up there, but maybe top 20? Can we argue that?
Probably not, but his passing is very good through the lines. I'll give him that. I just think his long range is probably not. It's not there enough. It's not bad, but top 20, like you said, you get your Crosses, you get your Modric, you get your Busquets. Like you got two man that can just
get short passing is dumb.
Busquets short passing is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
It's dumb.
So yeah, man.
We played with Busquets looking like yesterday.
Oh yeah, we did actually. Yeah,
did he play like him?
No, he did. He played bad boy, bro.
He was a bad boy still. He was cold. Right, so Rash has got 2-1 Liverpool. I've got 2-0 Liverpool. Do you know what you got?
I had 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. And Jeff?
5-1.
Jeez, disrespect. Yo, they got no ratings for Palace.
Liverpool are gonna run riot on them, man.
Jeff wants to get off sack.
Now, I told you, look, I have Palace going down.
You're gonna have me walking through the ends and man like, yo, who's this Jeff guy?
But Howard Hudson's guy is a test. Like Vieira is, I don't even know if Vieira is, we don't know if Vieira is a good manager yet. So but yeah, Liverpool at Anfield. Listen, man, Mane and Salah are gonna run riot.
You know what? Big up Beast-Star, and he just made a great point. He said Messi's the best passer in the world, but gets overshadowed because he's Messi. But you know what? Messi is, I don't know if he's the best, but he's definitely top 5.
Like, can do every pass too.
Huh?
Actually, it's Messi or KDB.
He can do every pass. Yeah, it's mad. We always forget about Messi.
Both feet as well. KDB can do it both feet. I've seen Messi do it both feet as well.
See, I don't know if Messi can do it both feet. KDB can do it both feet. KDB top bar, them man, they can do it both feet.
Pogba can do it best both feet, yeah.
Yeah, he can.
Them man are crazy. And that's why John Terry used to be on the raid, because John Terry's left foot pings were crazy.
John Terry slept on for driving out with the ball too. Like he's not just a bullish, he can play. He can really play.
Yeah.
Shame about him, but
yeah. Well, this is not as bad as Giggs, isn't it?
Mate, Ryan, you're in a pickle, sir.
Yeah. All right, and the last game, Man City, Southampton. Obviously, we've heard Pep this week, saying we need more fans in the stadium. So yeah, man, that's making me think about switching to Man City. So, I might switch to Man City, but what we saying? Man City, Southampton, Etihad. What you got, Jilo?
I also had 3-0 City.
Yeah, I had 3-0. Rash, what you got?
Yeah, I got 3-0 as well.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, 4-0, man. I think they're gonna batter them different clubs.
Yeah, to be fair, I was thinking 4-0, but I said let me keep it safe to 3. But if it ends 4-5, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Grealish too. Yeah, Grealish is playing well. I can't lie. That's one thing that people are not really talking about. I just realized that Sterling's not starting at all. He's not even starting Champions League games.
We knew this would happen, though. We knew this was going to happen. When Grealish signed, we knew.
Though he's just been dropped. Like, man's not even playing him, fam.
He's gonna have to work. It's a long season, though. Like, so don't get me wrong. Like, City are gonna be fighting on all 4 fronts as usual. So he will play, but he's not gonna play at the volume he's used to. Unfortunately,
I think in that case he should cut at the end of the season.
Where to though? Like, where does he go?
Back to Liverpool.
That's a shout.
That'll be a good story to see.
Liverpool will never take him back, though. I just feel like
I would never go back if I was him.
Yeah, that too.
You don't reckon?
Nah, man. Bun their fans for what the disrespect they were putting out towards him.
The way they treated him was horrible, man.
But look at the way the fans treated Ronaldo when he almost had for City. You lot were slaughtering him. But you still love him.
No, they didn't really. They kind of was just saying his legacy's going to be ruined. That was it.
There was a lot of stuff. I heard Messi's the GOAT now. F Ronaldo.
They said Ronaldo's a mercenary.
Is this true that Man City put their ticket prices down to $12.50?
Yeah, wow. I heard that. It's on Sky Sports as well. Sky Sports are talking about their ticket prices. I don't know if it's that price, but I heard it's going to go down.
Listen, Arsenal's the most expensive club to go and watch, and they are bullshit.
Trust me.
They got no rights to have the prices for their tickets, bro.
Yeah.
No, but you see the thing with Sterling, yeah. If Sterling scores his goal against Liverpool when he plays for Liverpool, let's say he goes back and he scores a goal for Liverpool, they're gonna love him again. All that stuff goes. You say some stuff you don't mean sometimes. That's out of anger. Anger makes you lie. It makes you angry for no reason. So
I hear you. I just feel like with Sterling, as is usual the case, everything with him just always went a little bit too personal.
Yeah, I think out of principality, I just wouldn't go back, man.
That's pundits, though, man. I don't know.
No, it was the fans. It was the fans, bro, and the media, bro. They were all on him, bro.
Business is business, though. Like, if there's nowhere else he could potentially go, and Liverpool come in for him, I can see him going back there.
Yeah, he made the right move to go City, and he made Liverpool 50 million. Like, and they were killing him. It was.
I think it's more. I think it's very similar to an Ashley Cole kind of situation. Like he could never ever come back to Arsenal. As much as we loved him at Arsenal, he couldn't come back to Arsenal. He wouldn't, should I say, because of the way that Arsenal fans dealt with him afterwards.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's also the rivalry between Arsenal and Chelsea is a little different to like the City, a newfound team, really.
Yeah.
So,
But
I don't know,
it's been a rivalry between City and Liverpool since he's kind of gone to City, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
Too.
that's true. That's true. And I think it's funny the Ashley Cole one because you see Ashley Cole, you see the way he talks about Chelsea. Chelsea is now his team, and I think that was played by the fact of how Arsenal fans were with him, which you could understand at the time. Obviously, nothing personal, but you can understand it. Then you got Van Persie, who is more United, but that one's just weird because. Yeah,
I understood that, man. I actually understood. I understood
him going there. It's just the way he talks about United now as a we. I still find it a bit. And he talks about Arsenal as they. I'm like,
have you seen
that says we for both? He says it more for Arsenal.
Yeah,
for Arsenal. Like he can't hide that Fabregas, but
we didn't deal with him the best, you know. Like even if you hear his side on like I think it's like high performance podcast. He talks about it for like 10 minutes. And he says, like, they didn't really give me a straight answer. So, like, he had to make his own decision. So, like, if you're just, like, Arsenal, like,
man.
Yeah, I don't know, because there's two sides in it. But
remember that statement, Jeff, he came out with when he left? He was like, he had a meeting with Wenger and Gazidis, and the ambition of the club didn't match his ambition. And then 1 month later, he's off to Man United, and now he wants to say that Arsenal didn't offer him a contract just because he knows Arsenal fans are still pissed off at him.
Why would you wouldn't need to like appease Arsenal fans 10 years later. So
that's what I'm saying.
Know.
I actually think his first statement was better because in hindsight, you look back at that statement, you're like, wow, that person was right.
And you're like, I understand. You want to win shit.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's weird.
Oh no, man.
Do you know it's weird though, man? Like you're saying with Van Persie, I don't know who can lay claim of him. You know what I mean? Which set of fans can say? And as much as Arsenal fans like to, because he was at Arsenal for a longer period of time, bro.
I think
a lot of United fans take him as their man, bro.
Yeah, claim him still.
We molded him, but his best season was in a Manchester United section.
That's right.
Because it came to something. Like Van Persie at Arsenal, Van Persie, one of my favorite players on the loan, man. He's cold. He was cold.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. But listen, man, if you go to Manchester, if they buy you for 25 million and your goals get you a title straight away, he's their player.
Yeah,
that's simple, and that's why Arsenal fans don't really try to claim Van Persie, but they still try to claim Fabregas because I think as brilliant as Fabregas was at Chelsea, the best Fabregas we ever saw was still the Arsenal Fabregas.
That guy's a legend to me, man.
He's the closest one.
Yeah.
If out of anyone that from the Emirates era, he's the closest one.
Even in terms of like midfield, like maestros, whatever you want to call him, he's in mine.
Yeah. Fabregas was an unbelievable. I would have loved to see a prime Fabregas or a prime Vieira next to him. That would have just been unbelievable. But that
would have been unhinged. That would have been crazy.
Yeah. Leave that midfield alone. Go down the wings, please.
Yeah, trust me, to Perez and them, man. And you get Henry up top. Come on, man. My God. But yeah, people, listen, we're gonna wrap it up now. It's been a good round of predictions still. Tomorrow I think it's a bit of the quiet day. Obviously, Burnley are playing Arsenal. Big up KD saying cap about Fabregas. Hey, you can claim him too if you want, bro. Man, you're just not having. You never have to, KD. You always want everything. I can't lie, man. Just enjoy your Champions League win. So. And obviously Sunday's kind of like the big day, West Ham, Man United, and then Tottenham, Chelsea. So it should definitely be a good Sunday of football. And obviously big up everyone that's tuned in. Make sure to smash the likes as you leave. It only takes a second. If you're new, do subscribe to the channel. And make sure to share. We're getting ever so close to 300 subscribers, which is amazing. So hopefully we can get there real soon. But before we head off, obviously just a quick few words from Rash as always. And then we'll head off.
Yes, my people. Just want to bring your focus and attention right back over to China. Okay, where the Uyghurs, or some say Uyghurs, they are being subjugated to some ethnic cleansing over there, some serious stuff. Yeah, their whole culture is being taken away from them. Their part of the land's been overrun. Their mosques that they prayed in have now been changed into different buildings so that they don't have anywhere to pray. They've been put in concentration camps. Families have been separated, mothers from children, fathers from mothers, and so on. Some have even made it to England, and they don't even know if their family is even alive again. They haven't seen them for the last 5 to 8 years. So this is one of those ones that's like the silent war, very similar to Chechnya and Russia that was going on. No one didn't really know what was going on, but the Chechen people really suffered. And the Uyghurs are really suffering. Yeah, they might not exist in the next 10 years if this carries on. Their traditions might not. Okay, no one has the right to stop someone living their life, and no one should have their life put to a halt just because they don't dance to a certain agenda or ideology. Yeah, everyone should have the freedom to believe what they want. It's when you put these freedoms to believe on other people where it becomes a problem. Let people have their beliefs, let them have their faiths. Do you understand? Even people who believe that they were born in a different body and they are different, let them have that belief. It's their belief, let them have it. Yeah. Like I said, my problem always is when you try to impose your belief on other people, and that's exactly what's happening over in China. They're making them change their whole entire religion just so that they have loyalty towards the imperial reality of China, whatever it is they're trying to make them believe in. That's what they want them to believe in now. Yeah. So don't forget about these guys. Spread awareness. There's a lot of charities and causes that you could join. Let it be known on your social medias as well. Also, don't forget the plight of the Palestinian people right now as well. Also, the Syrian people and everyone worldwide who's going through any form of oppression that we know about and that we don't know about. Just remember, love always wins. Spread the love, spread the peace, and have a good weekend.
Yeah, man. And this time nothing else to add from any of us. Beautifully said by Rash. And yeah, love always wins. And keep that message, people, going into the weekend. And have a blessed one. Peace and love, people. Peace.
Salam.
Peace.